Hello, back again on the Top Recap channel. This time I will tell the storyline of the movie entitled Evil Dead Rise. Let's get straight into the storyline. The story begins by showing three teenagers on vacation at a lakeside cabin. They are Teresa, Jessica, and Caleb. Teresa then came to Jessica, who was in the cabin. Teresa seemed worried about Jessica's condition, who did not wake up to enjoy their vacation. When she arrived there, Jessica was suddenly delirious. She said the words in the book that Teresa was reading.
I tried to draw back my arm.
Let me in. Let me in.
Child's face looking through the window.
Jessica suddenly fell off her bed, and when Teresa wanted to help Jessica, Jessica suddenly attacked Teresa. After that, Teresa returned to the lake with her scalp torn, followed by Jessica, who came to follow Teresa. Jessica then took Caleb's drone and used it to cut off her own head. This made Caleb very surprised. Caleb tried to save Jessica, who fell into the lake, but Caleb had the misfortune of becoming a victim of Jessica's cruelty. The scene moves to one day before the incident. Located in an apartment is a family consisting of a mother named Ellie and her three children, Bridget, Danny, and Cassie. At that time, they were visited by their aunt named Beth. Beth is Ellie's younger sister. Beth planned to stay at Ellie's apartment for a while. Ellie allowed Beth to stay at her place, but Ellie explained that she and her children would soon move out of the apartment. That's because Ellie's husband has left her and her children, and now Ellie's savings are running low, and they can no longer afford to rent the apartment. While Beth and Ellie chatted in the room, Bridget and her two siblings left for pizza.
Come on, Cass.
But when they returned to the apartment, they were suddenly surprised by a large earthquake that hit their apartment. The earthquake caused a large crack in the apartment car park. The big crack formed a hole that led to the basement. The curious Danny then entered the hole and found some ancient artifacts stored in that place. Danny finds a vinyl record from 1923 and a mysterious book. Meanwhile, Ellie and Beth, who were in the apartment, began to worry about the children who had not returned. They even want to ask for help from a neighbor named Gabriel. Fortunately, the children soon returned to their home.
You never take the elevator after a quake.
Danny immediately entered the room to examine the artifacts he had just found in the basement.
And weird shit like this gets locked away for a reason.
Danny was injured when trying to open the book. The book seemed to absorb Danny's blood, and slowly, the book began to open. The mysterious book contains a very creepy picture of the devil. Bridget, who saw this, immediately told Danny to return the book to its place.
You need to put it back, right now.
But because he was still curious, Danny ignored Bridget's instructions and tried to play the vinyl record he found. From the vinyl record, Danny heard the voice of a priest reading the details of the notes of a Naturom de Monto book.
Of the dead.
The priest revealed that he had conducted secret research on the book. The priest also read out the forbidden spell in the Naturom de Monto book. The forbidden spell can summon demonic entities from the book. Meanwhile, Ellie is seen carrying dirty clothes to the laundry room downstairs.
It is January 24th.
While in the elevator, an evil demon suddenly attacked and possessed Ellie. As a result, the apartment's electricity suddenly went out. Beth, who was there, tried to gather her three nieces. Soon Ellie appeared from the darkness. Ellie walked towards the kitchen and cooked eggs very strangely. With a body possessed by an evil demon, Ellie crawls and vomits a white liquid. Ellie begged Beth to care for her three children before she collapsed unconscious. They quickly tried to take Ellie to the hospital, but due to the damaged elevator and emergency stairs that collapsed due to the effects of the previous earthquake, Ellie's life could not be saved. Beth brought Ellie's body to Gabriel's apartment because she didn't want the children to be scared. There was also Gabriel's neighbor Tom who tried to pray for Ellie. Because they can't leave the apartment now, Gabriel and Tom try to open a padlocked fire escape.
I'm gonna get my shotgun, and I'm gonna blast it open.
Meanwhile, Beth is still standing guard around Ellie's corpse. Beth was surprised by Ellie, who suddenly blinked and woke up from sleep. Beth was pleased to find out Ellie was still alive, but they realized Ellie's body was very hot. so she took Ellie and soaked her in the bathtub. But their efforts fail because Ellie's body has actually been possessed by an evil demon. Ellie then crept up and attacked her family one by one. Ellie then hurt Beth with a knife until Bridge screamed, trying to wake her mother back up, but it was useless because Ellie even tried to attack Bridget. Luckily, Danny quickly hit his mother and managed to save Bridget. Beth and the children then locked Ellie out of the apartment. So she was looking for other prey, namely her neighbors. One by one, the apartment residents were finally killed by Ellie, who had been possessed by the evil demon. Tom tried to kill Ellie by shooting her with a shotgun, but it had no effect at all. Ellie also killed Tom. Bridget realized that all this happened because of Danny's actions, who did not follow her instructions to return the ancient artifacts, and as a result, their mother is now turning into an evil demon, just like the picture in the Naturam Demonto book. Beth tries to stop their argument and sees the mysterious book in Danny's room. Meanwhile, Bridget begins to behave strangely. She feels that her body is being controlled by an evil demon. When they are all caught off guard, Ellie lures Cassie by singing Cassie's favorite song. Ellie tells Cassie to be a good girl and opens the door for her.
Open up and let us in, Cassie.
Cassie, who was tricked, opened the door for her mother, and suddenly Ellie attacked Cassie. Fortunately, Beth and Danny arrived at the right time and saved Cassie.
Open the door like you open your legs, you stinking!
After the incident, Beth saw Bridget chewing on a glass in the kitchen. Beth realized that Bridget had also been possessed by an evil demon. Bridget then tried to attack Beth, but Beth managed to save herself. Bridget then attacked Danny and Cassie, who were in the room, but they managed to survive because Cassie's doll handle stabbed Bridget. The incident was very traumatizing for Cassie. Meanwhile, Danny decides to tie Bridget up in anticipation of her returning to life. Beth then listens to the vinyl record again to find out how to stop the demon's curse. But in the recording, the priest says that the Book of Naturam Demonto cannot be destroyed, and the only way to stop a person from being possessed is to burn or destroy the person's body. Meanwhile, Ellie enters the air vent and sneaks into Danny's room,
Bodily dismemberment.
while Bridget suddenly appears and attacks Danny. Bridget stabbed a knife into Danny's hand. Danny fights back by burning Bridget's body. Meanwhile, Ellie tries to attack Beth, who listening to vinyl records. Luckily, Beth managed to escape by stabbing Ellie. Beth then ran with Cassie to get out of the apartment. They used Tom's shotgun to open the fire escape. Beth also shot Ellie in the leg with the shotgun, but the people who had been killed by Ellie suddenly rose up and were possessed by demons, just like Ellie. Beth and Cassie immediately got into the elevator to escape. Soon the demon sends blood into the elevator to kill Beth and Cassie. Meanwhile, all the corpses merged with Ellie's body, following one of the drawings from Naturam Demonto's book. As the corpses merged, their weight became too heavy and caused the elevator to forcefully fall to the ground floor. They immediately rushed to the apartment parking lot. They planned to escape by car. However, the car could not be used because one of the tires entered the crack caused by the earthquake. Before the demon came, Beth and Cassie quickly hid beside the car. Finally, they both tried to escape through the fence that would close. But Cassie had to be caught and taken by the demon. Beth quickly returned to save Cassie. Cassie, who was about to be killed, was saved by Beth, who tried to distract the demon. Beth and Cassie worked together to defeat the evil demon by putting it in a grinding machine. Eventually, Beth and Cassie defeat the demon and leave the apartment. The next morning, Jessica turns out to live in the same apartment. Jessica will go on vacation with Teresa and Caleb. While in the apartment parking lot, Jessica is suddenly possessed by the evil demon. And the movie was over. Don't forget to click subscribe, like, and comment.